We
No,
on.
but
Back to it, yo. All right.
All right, so we arguing about we're gonna start this podcast in a minute, but we having a discussion about this Wu-Tang situation, this Wu-Tang saga joint, and Iceberg Rail feels like they should be calling each other by their rap names. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I feel like them calling whatever nicknames or whatever, like Bobby, they call the whole time they call him Mr. Bobby. You know, he Bobby Digital in the future, whatever. His real name is Bobby. So everybody calling him Bobby. Dennis, you know it's Ghostface. You can tell just okay, that must be Ghostface. You get what I'm saying? It's little stuff they say, like when they introduced Inspector Deck. When they first see him, he said, "Damn, dog, you like an inspector or something." So they say little stuff, in the episodes. Even though right now Meth is calling himself Shotgun, he said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about calling myself Johnny Blaze." So it's little stuff in it that let you know, what they gonna be. But if you're a common who don't know who they are, then you're just gonna grow. And if you watch them, you'll just, you'll see who they become. But Rel feels like
so. It's confusing, right? I tried to watch one episode, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. It was just a lot going on. From the beginning, you see Raekwon shoot up somebody's house. I just found out that was Ghostface's house. Did that really happen? Like, come on, man. Like, you don't have to embellish such a great story, right? You're talking about 9 people who got together who eventually became 10. You know what I'm saying? When Capadonna became really a part of it, that, you know what I'm saying? The story was already great, that you don't have to embellish anything, right? So I don't know why they shot up your mother house, right? Or why he was in there, right? So why would you shoot a ghost? Like, did that really happen? I don't know if I could forgive at this point if us be fly. So that's the tough thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you shooting up Ghostface's house? So now I got to figure it out.
You got to watch it.
I was today years old when I found out, you know what I'm saying, that Raekwon shot up Ghostface's house. And I just found out that was Ghostface. Like, how would I know that?
But the funny thing about it, go ahead, Juice.
Maybe he found Jesus. I mean, maybe he found white Jesus. And
hold up. You know what? Let's introduce the podcast then. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 64. I am the Flush Man, also known as the Fat Boy, also known as the man who has no problem calling you Broadish. Oh yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. I'm at where I'm at. I'm less controversial than Juice and Cool. And probably Jordan and Eve. I'm probably the least controversial person here. I'm about to be not the guy of controversial comments. And I got to figure out a new moniker for me. I'm just going to be playing no Iceberg. You know what I'm saying? Tennis shoe guard is my new shit.
Okay, yeah. Tennis shoe guard.
To go with my shirt, to go with my hat. You heard me? Ed Bacon's.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's me, your homie boy Drew, aka the Charm Guy, aka the freshest, light skinned, dark skinned nigga, you know, aka Juice, aka Butterscotch, aka the Big Beard Bandit. Today I'm gonna be the Big Beard Bully. Early.
I like that. Listen, I like that better than Bandit, the Big Beard Bully. I like that. That's it, the Big Beard Bully.
And hey man, I'm just being me today.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. Do we want to start with do we want to start with the cop in Dallas, or do you want to talk with? Or you want to start it off just see where we go?
Yeah, I want to talk about the situation in Dallas. I really and today I'm doing daddy shit, so I'm gonna be stopping for gas in a few, but we're gonna talk about this thing. All right, so if those of you don't know about the Amber Geiger case and Botham Jean was the victim, she walked into this man's home or barged into this man's home, allegedly mistaking it for her own, and she shot and killed this man. It did not she didn't get a charge. She did not get charged immediately, and she was not indicted immediately. The grand jury decided to do this much later, and so that's what happens. You know, she went to trial. She got convicted of murder and subsequently got sentenced to 10 years and probably only going to do about 5. Up to this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is still a victory because first, let's get this out the way. What Dallas did and what happened in that courtroom is unprecedented. This is a person that is a cop that has been convicted of killing an unarmed black man. Now, this is not like any other case. This isn't the same. It should not bear the weight of any other cases, but obviously she was charged, convicted. She's a convicted murderer now. And that sets the tone right now. Okay. But here's where things get a little hazy for me. And this is where I'm really fucking mad at you stinking ass niggas. All right. So I see the bailiff. Now, Tariq Nasheed shared that a bailiff was stroking Amber's hair while she was in session, court in session, right? I guess she was crying or whatever. This could possibly be after she testified. I don't know. But she was crying. The bailiff, black woman, stroking her hair. All right. I was like, you know what? We're reaching. She got convicted. I think it was after she got convicted. She was
That's the bailiff is the cop Joe that be on the side, right?
Yeah, that's just like, yeah.
All right.
Okay, but then Botham's brother gets on the stand and says that he doesn't wish her to do any jail time. He forgives her. He wants her to have Christ, and he wants to hug her. He practically begged the judge, nigga, you begged. Could you hug this bitch? And I'm calling her a bitch. Could he hug the bitch? And I guess white pussy must be that good that, you know, he had this urge to hug someone that killed his brother, and he got to hug her. Now, here's where it really gets spicy. The fucking judge, hugs this girl before, after the sentencing and all that. She hugs her, bro. The judge, I've never seen a judge hug someone who's just been convicted of a crime. I think I've seen judges look like kind of like, damn, hey, they threw the book at your ass. But never have I ever seen a judge. She gave him one of them sugar mama hugs too, like, I'm gonna see you in Sunday school next week type shit. And that this is overall what happens with black people. White faces are synonymous with Christianity and forgiving. And we have to understand that forgiving and reprimand are not mutually exclusive. You can forgive somebody and beat their ass. You can forgive somebody and still punish somebody. So it's like, for killing a black man sitting in his home, he was in his home. He got murdered in his home. She's going to do 5 years.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Remember, it was like a thing where they were saying that they used to talk or used to be in a relationship. That never came up in the situation, or was that false?
I think that was false information. I'm still trying to research and see exactly their connection, because just a slight hunch, man. I feel like there was a connection there. I feel like there was some reason. There's something there. I don't know whether it's also slight or not. I don't know, but it's something there. But that, they said she was in a text message or a heated text message conversation with someone. I believe that was reported.
Another cop. Yeah, another cop.
Yeah, with another cop.
She was all tired and sleepy, but she was sexting another dude, a cop, about, coming through. So that was the whole twist about her saying she was all, groggy.
So exhausted.
How she ended up in Bolton's place.
Hey, yo, right?
How she get in?
See, I don't know.
Was the door?
Listen.
Well, they said I think the door was cracked.
But after they said them doors like slam hard or something, like,
doors don't really do that. An apartment building where the door just stay open and doesn't have a spring on it? I don't know.
Right. No, but listen, right? I remember, I don't think I ever lived I can't recall living in an apartment, like, being grown, but I can recall when Big Shiz lived in an apartment. Like, when you walk through, like, if you go somewhere enough times, like home, definitely, it's other things you notice that are on the way, like on your floor or whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can tell when you're not on the right floor.
She was drunk, right? Is that what
Oh,
was
that's
going
what she
on?
said?
I think she was drunk or high, something.
See, I don't see. So here's where things get hazy. We'll never know because she was never properly detained and questioned. And then also the guy who testified against her, who was a friend of Botham. I'm reading reports now, man.
That's dead, right? He did.
Yeah, he was found dead in a drive-by shooting.
Hey yo, what was the other thing? The other thing was, remember, one they questioned her about the CPR thing, and even after you realized that you were in the wrong apartment and you killed
Yeah, she
somebody,
didn't do it.
she
Yeah,
didn't do what,
CPR.
like, even, okay, let's just say, right, that you made a mistake and you really did get off on the wrong floor and you really did think it was somebody else in your house. When you realized that all those thoughts were wrong, she still didn't go about doing things the right way. So I'm trying to understand how we talking about first degree murder, right?
First
Uh,
degree is contemplated. This will be second degree.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and what second degree is a minimum of what?
Well,
I just don't understand how murder get to be 5 years or 10 years.
Well, it was 5 to 99. They came up with what they felt was reasonable, and it was between 5 to 99. I mean, I don't. I also don't want to do this. I don't want to take this case and make it the case for every unarmed black man that got shot because this is different. There's some elements here that are off that I can't explain. However, I do not think for what she did, 5 is reasonable. I was thinking maybe 15, 15, 20, 20 at least. Bitch, you got to
And
give
then
me 20.
the shit that's killing me was she like, I gotta live with this forever. Like listen, I seen Going Girls, dog. Ain't no white lady, them crocodile tears and all that shit. I'm not going for it. I don't believe you. I seen Going Girls. I see how y'all turn that shit on and off. Fuck that, dog. She crying to me, I gotta live with this forever. Like, you know what? You should let her off the hook because she really has to live with this forever. Nah, something ain't right, baby.
But I mean, that's what we perceive white crime to look like. We it was by chance. When they start giving the description and shit on the motherfuckers, it's always, oh, the Harvard graduate or the honor roll student or the leader of the church. And it's like they do this shit on purpose. So, they was doing all that shit, but fucking them kids was just a piece of the bullshit they was doing, so try to take it easy on them. It's like, nah, we not doing that. But it's like when it comes to black people, it is, third time felon, saying long time, had a rough pass. This person that had a rough pass. Like, that's how they play us. So, when you see her sitting down and crying and shit with her blonde hair and her blue eyes, you just be like, oh, she didn't mean it. That's how the judge hugged it, like, oh, that baby didn't mean that. That baby did mean that. And I think y'all should have gave that baby 45 goddamn years.
Crying, that little crying shit. Yo, you ever seen what's my movie with Norton with Edward Norton, Primal Fear. You ever seen Primal Fear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she probably chilling right now. I only got she knew she probably had that shit all the way planned out and happy with that 5. And one of him did and had a reason to kill. You know what I mean? Like, that shit feel like that, dog. All that crying and all that. Like, shorty, I ain't going for that, shorty. Stop that shit.
But
if a black man in a court crying talking about something, I gotta live. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Nah, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
But let's talk about this value of black men, Juice, that you were referring to on your. Please go check out on Brothers Talking Facebook page, or Andrew Williams' Facebook page. He has a 10-minute going in session. But you were talking about the undervalue of black men, and I really want you to talk about that a little bit.
the black man's value life wise, how we see the black man's value uh his life, we don't see it. We don't value, we don't care. This man lost his fucking life, bro. And we talking about this bitch and how much time she didn't get. We talking about whether she didn't mean it, whatever, and how she feel and all this other shit, and how he would have wanted to, like, listen to how sick this shit is, bro. Like, we're debating him forgiving this bitch for taking his fucking life.
True.
Right.
This is this is what I need. I'm talking to white people now, because I fuck with us too much. I'm gonna get back to this. This is what I need white people to understand. That's the shit that's gonna get y'all played to the left. Y'all gotta start recognizing that perception is not good for nobody, not y'all. Cause see, y'all tired of being called racist when y'all not. If y'all wanna stop being called racist, y'all need to address this shit. Address this perception shit. Make this shit fair. Call that shit out. Because now every shit like that makes us group all of y'all. Like, okay, this is how you all do shit. And then black people, y'all so fucking pitiful, because we've seen these clips that's been presented lately of black people that get, you know what I'm saying, in court cases, and with other black people, you know, the victim, the assailant, whatever, and you're fighting them. Like, we see each other, we want to kill each other. We don't, we won't. I mean, you see what they did to R. Kelly, and you know what? He deserved that. We collectively agreed R. Kelly's a sick motherfucker. Oh, but y'all just went in. OJ, oh, this nigga got acquitted. And do you follow him on Twitter? They be bashing OJ. Collectively, white people do that shit more than anybody else. You don't see nothing with this. Huh?
If OJ hit you up with some advice, would you listen to OJ? Would you get like OJ, like, yo, Juice, listen, OJ, bro?
I'm definitely
on the phone.
I'm definitely listening to OJ. OJ is the greatest.
To the Juice?
He didn't beat it all, man. What you talking about?
Nah, they did double back and get him though.
For stealing his own shit back. Other than that, the juice is loose.
Yeah, hey, you see the shit.
Even in jail, he was the man.
You see the shit. You see the shit where he was with the golf course talking about. I started to call AB last week. Yo, that shit is the funniest shit ever. He like, I started to call him and tell him, you gotta watch what you're doing out here, young brother. But then this week, he fucked up all the bread. I should have called him last week. Imagine that call from OJ, like, OJ got he threw the fucking joint over his hip, like, he threw it over his shoulder, like, yeah, I started to call AB. I should have called him. I'd have warned him not to whatever. You gotta listen to the Juice, though.
Now, I'm gonna get a little conspiracy based. I believe it's a program. I believe it's all a program. And you're supposed to see black women leading our culture to white appreciation and white affinity. I mean, because that's who always carries the torch. And it's like it's no coincidence that you see that. And then you got a Dallas police chief who didn't, really, I don't think she handled that the best way she should have from jump with this situation and letting this shit go. So it's like black men are so fucking expendable that you can have this woman up here lying about what she did. If she a killer, I don't think she's a killer. Is she a murderer? Yes, because she committed murder. I think she's just stone cold. I'm gonna go out here and kill. I don't really know. But I'm not finna debate whether we gonna forget, like whether he wants to forgive her or not from the grave. Are you fucking serious? And then the brother, let me tell y'all something. You kill any one of mine. You kill the motherfucking Neve, Rail, anybody, family, and you on that type shit. Ain't no forgiving. Hey, Jesus, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking that 30 to 35 or whatever. Or if you ain't, it depends on what the situation look like. If you could dig what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nobody's talking about forgiveness and Jesus. So I think that America wants that. America wants to get off the hook for his transgressions.
Like, yo, it seemed weird, like, for him to, at the trial, that's weird. Like, first of all, if she had killed me, my sister's ready to fight Shorty off top. Like, they in the courtroom ready to beat her the fuck up. mad because she got 5 years. Ain't gonna be no hugs or no shit like that at all.
Yeah, we cut
Especially
from a different cloth, yo.
don't let Tierra crazy ass get in there. Terry gonna spaz out point blank period, and they lucky Charlie ain't here.
She gonna get you before the court even start. Like, you know?
Yeah. So I feel you on that though. I don't see how that man sitting back like my brother, like, dog. I can see like 10 years down the road where you come to grips with things. I can see that possibly happen or reach out to something like that. But at the trial, nah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you ain't fucking with your brother like that. Cause I can't see how that was how you was on that type time. And we can't, like, it ain't even no legit, like, I can't understand how, when you walk into a place that you live in, you know your place. You know your house.
Yeah.
Come on, like, shorty, you do, like, I'm very routine. T tell me I'm too routine sometimes. Like, I'm routine, like, it get about 7:30. Why we not upstairs yet? Kids need to be in the bath. I'm routine as hell, like, just in general with my life. But I'm just like, you know how your house smell? Like, you know when you're not in your crib. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. And then she
like
didn't know, I mean.
Furniture don't even look the same, yo. Stop.
Right, where was he? He was sitting on the couch?
Huh?
Wasn't he sitting on the couch or something?
Well, I thought he was in the room and then came out because clearly somebody was in his house.
Ain't no way you get, that don't, come on, B. Ain't no way you get 10 years off that.
Every house on my block looked the same. Like, I have a hard time pulling up, but I would not know my front door.
I'm not going to shoot somebody.
Right.
Like, freeze. Like, nothing.
Yeah,
just go.
That's just, yeah.
But she drunk. And how your reflexes that good if you drunk or you tired or whatever? Whatever you trying to say you wasn't that drunk, you wasn't that tired, you wasn't that exhausted because your shit was on point when you hit that, man. It wasn't no hesitation, it wasn't no snow. Right. When you tired, you
saying send a mask, like
right, your shit ain't, come on, you ain't fucking John Wick or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody falling for that bullshit, dog. But what Juice was saying about the value of men, of black men, and I hope Juice listening. Mm-hmm. I think he is. But
I am.
We got a whole other black. It's some black men out here that's making our value very low in the way they going about things as black men. You get what I'm saying? So I understand what Juice went with it, but it's like, yo, when I look to the left and the right of me, as far as my guys, we straight over here. But there's a lot of these cats, young and old, because this motherfucker's 50 who be on dickhead shit. So we're not even gonna say young niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the difference. Even though I say nigga, I'm a black man. It's the difference between black men and niggas. And it ain't an age limit on niggas, because there's niggas that's 60 years old with that nigga mentality. Even though I say nigga, I don't got a nigga's mentality. You get what I'm saying? So it's some black niggas out here that's diluting our value. You get what I'm saying? If we get rid of them niggas, you know what I mean? All it takes is, we got a lot of bad apples out this motherfucker.
I mean, I understand that, but it's still, I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that no one really wants to see a real man around anyway. Nobody wants to see a strong, black, independent man around. I don't think we want to see it. I think we're conditioned to see more feminine men, women, or the other.
No, they conditioned. When you say we, I'm looking at the three boxes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sometimes it's 5. You know what I mean? And in our inner circles, we not with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, like,
no picture looking over your shoulder, yo.
Right. Oh, hell no. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You know what I mean? But like I said, as much as it's dumb, like, my twist beat on it. Listen, right? Let's talk about this. Because it be the thing where, as though, when somebody a white cop do something, it's raised hell. And it's rightfully to be raised hell. But when your nephew and them little niggas down the block do shit, and they killing each other too, let's not act like that shit not happening. Because it's all good. Oh, you not like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's getting that bag. Whereas though it's like everybody quick to be, and I'm with y'all, but it's like, come on, the way these young niggas out here doing each other greasy. We gotta hold them motherfuckers to that same. You know what I mean? They gotta be held accountable too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's a lot of it's a whole lot more of us killing each other than it is cops killing us. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever racial shit going on. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's down the street, around the corner from each other, airing each other out. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's not only get worked up whether you white or black. If you white killing black, and if you black killing black, I feel like y'all should be in the same boat.
Right.
And that same energy. You get what I'm saying? If you black out here killing black, then you should be in that same boat as them cops. And that type of time y'all be on with that. Let's stop acting like that shit ain't cool. Let's put some emphasis on that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of sucker shit that go under the table. Like I said, when they go to that snitch shit, it be, oh, he a snitch. Da, 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 da. These deadbeat dads should be just like a snitch is. I don't even want to be seen with this nigga. Don't nobody know I rock with this nigga. I'm not even. He a sucker out here. It's crazy the shit y'all do with motherfuckers who don't take care of their own, and it's cool. But oh, he a snitch. Oh, he told on da 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 da. Them motherfuckers should be in that same space. Is that? So it's like, let's stop. If it's sucker shit, it's sucker shit. Down the middle. Let's stop accepting some sucker shit, but then, you know, throwing it's all sucker shit. So all the sucker shit go over here. Point blank period, man.
Facts. Yeah.
I wish Cool was here.
My bad.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I will say that we have to have accountability, bro. Like, we have to have accountability to where we're going to deal with our shit. I'm not saying that whatsoever.
No,
But
I'm not saying
also,
you saying that.
Yeah. I need us to understand that in the process, understand that we're gonna have to do it. No one else is gonna do it. And then really
Right.
the majority of black men are gonna have to be accountable first. So like we gotta get up for each other, like be a brother to the next nigga. Cause that's just how bad it is out here. I feel like, yeah, we're making ourselves look bad for sure. But as well, we need to know that it's gonna take us to fix it because I mean, judging by that courtroom, man, even when you ain't did shit, your life, that girl, to me, her life was valued higher than Bottom's. Her life was valued. It was what she was gonna have to live with versus, oh, that nigga can't. He's not living at all, and his parents have to, they have that.
Well, it don't make it no better when his brother,
So
like at the end of the day, his brother is right. Like end of the day, you not. Come on, though. Like end of the day, listen. I'm not gonna sit back here. I might want to forgive somebody who does something wrong to somebody. I can understand even that, but I'm not gonna sit back here and want them to get less time or fuck all that. No, that motherfucker should be dead. Let me tell it. The same way my folks ain't around no more, they shouldn't be breathing no more. Point blank, period. Yeah, mistake. How many motherfuckers is doing life for a mistake? It's a lot of motherfuckers doing life for a mistake.
yeah, man. I don't know. We gonna we gonna see how it turns out in the end for us. But hey, the bright note, we could talk this shit all day. It happened. There was a conviction that took place. And she was sentenced. And if you're a police officer, you got to think twice now.
Now they should have been thinking twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Real
for
shit.
sure. For sure. But now you hitting the pockets. You know what I'm saying? So
That shit was crazy though. Definitely. I ain't never seen the judge get up and hug no fucking murder. No person convicted of murder. I ain't never seen that shit.
That shit is insane, yo.
Hmm?
That shit is insane.
Right. Right. Shit, 5 years. Hell of a performance. Hell of a performance.
Mm-hmm. I have no fucking.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, but that first day felt good, didn't it? Until that sentencing came down. That first day felt good.
I mean, I knew it was gonna be some bullshit like that. Like that was where my mind was saying, like, we're so forgiving, man, as a people. Like, we're so fucking forgiving. We just like,
Is
bro.
it forgiving or just let that shit go?
I think we forgive. I think we're forgiving when it comes to white people. I don't think we're forgiving when it comes to black people. These are the same niggas, bro, that will make fun of someone for some shit. Like, y'all love Beyonce, but y'all make fun of her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all love Beyonce. I mean, you say anything wrong about Beyonce right now, it's a wrap. But if you crack jokes on her daughter's hair, same niggas, they laughing and you know. If I'm Beyonce, I wouldn't give you niggas shit. Because all you do is just fucking make fun of my daughter and shit. Fuck y'all. Wouldn't do nothing.
But no, it's always on to what really sticks around. All it takes, what you say, bro. Next week is something else. So we forgot all. We're not even talking impeachment this week.
Yeah, we moving on. Definitely.
Impeachment ain't even part of the conversation this week.
We ain't talking about impeachment no more.
That shit just gone.
We're not talking about impeachment no more.
Trump was happy as shit. God damn, yes. He had to celebrate that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
I mean, yeah, it was what it was while it lasted.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what you were saying about religion, though, Juice, and black people and religion and all that. I listened to the whole 10 minutes. I listened to the whole 10 minutes, bro.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that, young brother. I got a CD coming out. Let me stop. Religion has listen. Okay, I'm on my Facebook right now debating. I'm not debating currently, but I will be probably in a little bit with a friend of mine named Jeremy. Obviously, he's offended when people refer to Christianity as a white man's religion, or when we start talking about religion and black people. So he's a little offended. And he wants people like me to explain what I mean by the white man's religion. So let's talk about it like this. We're not talking about the origins. Obviously, the origins of most of this shit came from black people. Okay, obviously. We're saying that in the United States, Christianity as it stands is ran through white people. It is clear.
Right.
TBN, all the major networks, all the major clergy, all that shit that people really care about, they're white people. So our perception of our Christianity and our religion places white people in a very high place. You know, we love Joel Osteen. Ooh, just listen to how some niggas talk about Joel. Ooh, he just preached so good. Right? We love that shit. And so because it's always ran through the slave master, white supremacy in some form. Look at the Ku Klux Klan. They were burning crosses, bro. They were burning crosses. They would do this sometimes in threes. I mean, the fucking unmitigated gall of these motherfuckers to even do that shit. That's crazy, dog. Like, as far as like religion goes, that should actually be frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kind of seems like blasphemy to me. I'm just saying, like, to even do that. But they were doing this shit. Every time you look at Jesus in churches, most churches, it's a white Jesus.
Even though they said, what they say, Jesus' hair felt like what?
Hair like wool, feet like brass.
Right.
So even if you don't like, you know what I'm saying, even if you are not a fan of, you know, even if you're not a fan of the fact of calling Jesus a black man, even if you're not a fan of that, you have to at least admit that he had color, okay? So he had color to himself. Now, most of the Jesus, most Jesus that you see, Jesuses is white. I think black people identify God as white. like even when you go to white churches, if anybody's ever been in a white church, the experience is totally different. It's very, you know, it feels clean, it's pristine, they start on time and shit. You know, it's like, okay, this is a good experience. This is a good experience. But, you know, black churches is pretty much, you know, I feel like in the black church, it's essentially what we live. It's, you know, it's hopeful, but it's kind of sad. The music is dragging and shit. I mean, our experience is not the same as whites. But I do believe that everything we do, we attach it to religion. You know, we don't really want to fight back because, you know, if we do too much sin in here, we're going to hell. So we probably can't fight the white man back like that because we're going to go to hell for it. Plus, you know, he didn't really mean that. The white man, you know, he don't know no better. That's how we approach that shit. Look at Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof walked into a church and shot it up. And you niggas want to forgive him. He's the devil. He does not give a damn.
Hey, Juice, no, hold up. Juice, what you
Then they
say?
took him to Burger King.
No, hold up.
Burger King.
Juice said he went to church because he knew y'all was going to be here.
Yeah, he went to, yeah, you niggas love church. Ain't that some shit? But then, look. Yeah. It's funny.
Hold up.
But if you
I got a couple of Juice quotes. So go ahead. We gonna go into what you want to do.
Listen, man, listen. See, you getting me hype. You hyping me up. You getting me excited.
No, I know. I heard your shit. I got my shit. I got my little shit. Go ahead, Juice.
Listen, man. Listen, dog. Listen. They pick the church because you niggas love going to church every night. There's some people that go to Bible study 3 and 4 goddamn nights a fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't never go nowhere else. Y'all ain't had no meetings. Y'all ain't brought on rail to talk about cryptocurrency. Y'all ain't did nothing for nobody in that congregation. Them niggas going in there 3 and 4 fucking nights a week. So Dylan said, you know what they said? You know a great place to kill a nigga where? Church. Cause we know them niggas gonna be there. And they was in there. And you know what's funny? They watched this white motherfucker walk in. And they probably was so happy that his white, blonde hair, blue-eyed ass walked in there that they didn't even think, man, something is weird about this dude just coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause a nigga not finna walk in no white church with a tech.
And sit down and like everything cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, you know, yeah, then took the motherfucker to Burger King. Like Whoppers are that great anyway. First off, that's disrespectful.
You gotta
write that shit down. These Whoppers ain't that great anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Whoppers suck, dog. Whoppers suck. I don't like them. Whoppers suck. Burger King. Hey, side note, how the fuck are y'all still around?
That impossible.
They not as bad as like some of them fried burgers though, like McDonald's. Like if you still eat McDonald's, then you got a death wish.
In the locker room. The locker room in that cabinet.
I don't know. So you don't like McDonald's?
Oh, no, I ain't that.
I had McDonald's twice this week, yo, for the first time in forever. I don't even eat that shit, yo.
Okay, so I don't like McDonald's.
Later it gets the worse the choices become. So it's like McDonald's, Whataburger, Subway, right? And then I'm a proximity guy. I just happen to be close enough to McDonald's.
I ain't ate that shit in a minute, dog. Like my burger's better than that shit, dog.
Well, that's true.
Well, we already know that.
That's not what's up for debate.
we already know that, but dog, like I really like when I be thinking about that shit, I be like, yo, the money you can spend at fucking at McDonald's for your family, you can go to the market and just like I'd rather just fucking cook, like, because a lot of that shit, like we just talked. Matter of fact, we was at work talking about Taco Bell, and I was like, yo, I don't eat Taco Bell unless I'm staying in the house. Like I'm not going out after Taco Bell. Like that shit run right through you. I gotta be in the vicinity of a place where I can take my shirt off and really. What y'all know about taking this shit with your shirt off? Like I got my shit with my shirt off.
Get sick if I want to get.
Hey, hold on real quick. Hey, Juice, you got a lot of feedback going on over there, bro. Yeah. What'd you say, bro?
I said, yeah. Go ahead, Juice.
Oh no. Okay, is there still feedback?
When somebody
No.
else talk.
Okay. No, go ahead. But no, so taking the shit with my so here's a little thing about me. I actually like having my clothes on, man. Like I don't like taking the shit without my clothes on. Because we doing the podcast, so my wife's in the car with me. So now she's chimed in because she wants to be a part.
We heard.
Hey, Sherry.
Hey,
Sherry.
Oh, did you see? Look,
What up?
What's going on, Sherry? No, listen, like, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna get real about some shit, right? Like, I don't like taking a shit and it's quiet. Like,
there she go.
hey, Sherry.
What up?
Go ahead, Neve.
I don't like taking a shit if somebody can hear me shitting. Like, I gotta have some water running. I don't want my shit now. You gotta mute that shit, Juice.
I'm
not
bad.
talking. I gotta take a shit I gotta have some water running. Like, what's bad is we got three bathrooms in the crib. So, like, if I gotta take a shit and tee up and like the TV not on, like I'll go downstairs and take my shit because I don't want her to hear me shitting like that. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe I'm weird, and I take my shirt off. Like, T get me, like, I will be in the crib. I'll be in my tank top with my wife beater and take a shit, but I won't take it. I don't know. I just don't want no shit on my shirt. I don't know what it is.
I want no shit on my shirt.
Yo, shut up. Let me write that down. I don't want shit on my shirt. You can just blank out the shit part.
Yeah, I like to be comfortable when I'm in that space. I like to be comfortable.
Yeah, and then Taco Bell or like some shit like that. You can't be out in the street. Like, listen, am I the only one when I know I'm going out tonight? I gotta take a shit before I leave the house. Like, no, because I don't want to get out.
Yeah,
I don't want to get out. Like, these bars is nasty. These clubs is nasty.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. I had to use the bathroom today and made a clear-cut decision. I'm going to Neiman Marcus bathroom. I walked.
Oh, you gotta find the right spot. Right.
The game was on. I was like, I'm not going to that bar. It's disgusting. I'm going to Neiman Marcus. They got a dude on standby cleaning that toilet right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nope. Anyway,
if
$100 on the hat is where I'm going.
If you know you in the hood tonight, like listen, I'm shitting before I leave the house. And ain't nothing worse, like real shit, I'm gonna keep it a bean. If I know I'm going out, I'm making sure I'm eating some bread, I'm coating my stomach, and I'm making sure I take a good shit before I leave out this house. Like, I'm not going nowhere until I take a shit, because oh my God, there'd be some nasty situations out here.
My worst fear is having to go to the bathroom on a plane. Like, all these years of flying, I think I've only ever did it once. And that was like this year going to South Korea. I got sick. And I was like, ow! And I flew back and forth.
They're not that bad, are they?
Huh?
The bathrooms on the airplane bed?
They're terrible.
Yeah, they are. And like the last couple of times, I didn't flew business class. And those bathrooms are nice, but still. Like, nah, man. And I mean, you can get loose in there. Like, you can take your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? They got slippers in there. Like, the whole 9 yards. But that's like my biggest fear, yo. I do not want to take the bath. Like, my body is conditioned. Like, I got to make sure, like, I'm about to fly. I'm prepped. I'm ready. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not going to do it. Nothing crazy the night before, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I carry.
Nothing crazy the day of?
Yes, man.
You carry what? Baby wipes?
Absolutely.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all.
Not at all.
Another thing Juice said that I want to talk about is Juice talking about how y'all be wilding out all week and think y'all gonna go to church, or even at the church on Sunday night. Is that what you said, Juice?
Yeah.
Right. Or Sunday nights after church. So y'all get it. Y'all do.
What's the name? Said that shit up? Can you work with that? You know what I'm saying? That's what motherfucking what's my man name? Do DJ. God damn. Be quick. It's Saturday night. You probably wear that shit to church.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah, so it's like we pick and choose when we want to be Christians. You know, so you shook your ass Monday through Saturday night. You didn't did. Now I'm not judging by the way, because I don't, a lot of that shit I don't care about. I think if you want some pussy or you want some dick, do what you do. I'm not judging you. Y'all fucking all week, and then y'all feel bad about it on Sunday. That shit's funny to me. You done fucked all week with somebody that ain't your girlfriend, husband, or whatever. Or y'all didn't get married. Because if you're not married and you're doing it, the shit's a sin, supposedly. And you didn't did this shit all week. But then you get the fucking TD Jakes on Sunday. Now you want to start a ministry and shit. I just think y'all confused, man. I think y'all confused.
Now the one thing about me, right? When I don't go to church as much as I probably should. I definitely go to church as much as I should. But when I go to church, I'm really paying attention. I hate people who go to church every week and it's like, we be in church. That bitch wore that again. Like, I'm like, yo, like, y'all go to church every week for this shit. Like, y'all smoking weed before y'all go to church. So y'all go to church high. Then y'all talking shit. Like, when I'm in church, if I'm in the spot, I'm really going to be on my church shit. I'm going to enjoy the word, whatever. And then ain't nothing like when them words start hitting home. You know what I mean? And pastor starts saying some shit that really relate to your ass. And you sit back here looking crazy. You get what I'm saying? But I get nigga, though. I definitely feel like that. When I'm going to church, I really want to enjoy church. There'll be a lot of people going to church and it seem like the wrong reasons, but y'all go every week. And you feel like you justified because you go every week. But the spirit and the type of time you're going on don't match the type of time you should be on up in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy to me.
I don't like the business, so I don't go.
You said what?
What'd you say?
I don't like the business that is church, so I don't go.
Yo, I've had churches stalk me before, yo. Like, you know what I mean? I went to a church with my mom cousin one time, and they was like, I didn't want to go up. They kind of forced me to go, like, everybody looking at you. Like, I don't like the attention that comes with church. I don't want to stand up. Oh, was there a first-time member that's visiting? I don't like that attention. Then the boys in the line is like, and the boys in the aisle like, yo, going up there, young brother. No, I don't want to go up. I just want to enjoy the word and go home. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the pressure that comes with church sometimes. Like, I had a church calling my grandma's house heavy. Like, look, I'm like, grandma, something in my head. Like, bro, I imagine the church like a bill collector. I ain't here. Shit is real, man.
Nope.
Hey, Ashley probably remembers this story. So, Ashley and I went to church one time. This was in Newport News. It was a church. I think my wife might have went, but I think we did. Yeah, my wife went. And so she invited us to this church, Newport News, and this dude took up a collection, right? And then after the collection, it wasn't enough. So he told everybody that wasn't a member to leave, and everybody that wasn't a member to stay. They knew that they could give a little more than that. This nigga actually did like.
Hold up. We're at in Newport News.
This man, it was like I think it was right by the shipyard, dog.
That's why that is the exact, like, I got some shit that I can't even talk about on the podcast. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta mute it, Juice. Go ahead, bro.
I said I got some shit that I can't even really talk about on the podcast that's so deep when it comes to that church shit, man. Like, and it started my transition from not wanting to be in that space, right? Fuck it, I don't care. I say what I said. Everybody else is being controversial. I'm being controversial too. Old family situation where the pastor literally had his wife in the front row on the left-hand side and had somebody else I was related to on the right-hand side who he had 2 kids by. While he was with his wife. Like, in between. You know?
Nigga shit.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to this motherfucker every goddamn Sunday, and I already know what this nigga doing.
Right.
No. Fuck out of here, man. Like, I'm not doing it. Nah. Miss me with that shit. And that's all you want to do is get my dollars anyway. You ain't going to tell me that, you know what I'm saying, y'all just made up this 10% number and you want me to give it up. No, I give from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I make sure my back is straight. Like, that's where my giving come in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. I ain't trying to save you. I don't like you that much. Truth be told, I probably
And I ain't
don't know you. You know what I'm
and I
saying?
ain't trying to put you. It's not my responsibility to put your kids through school or make sure everything is lavish as far
Well,
as your
if your
situation.
lights ain't on, like niggas, I really love lights ain't on. Like I don't care, and that's not heartless. I'm just about me and mine, yo. And if you ain't me and mine, you gonna know it. I tell you that shit all the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
I fuck with you. If I don't, I don't. And that means strangers. I don't need that church family shit, man. I got a lot of family, man. It's like 19 first cousins. I got
And I'm
about
gonna
30
listen.
late cousins.
The gossiping,
Real
the gossiping and goofy shit that go on in church. They talking about this. They talk like that shit crazy. Like if it's about the Lord, let it be on that type time. It'd be like it's too much other shit going on for me as far as that church situation. Sometimes, like if I find the right situation that's on some chill shit, then cool. Like I don't, and don't get me wrong, like fuck it, man. We gonna listen. We gonna do what we do. All that. It'd be a lot of act like. Is all y'all really catching this Holy Ghost and going through all these motions? Like, it'd be a lot going on sometimes. And it's like somebody try to outdo the other one. Like, I'm trying to enjoy the word. Y'all, listen, I did 5 years in the Navy. I'm from the hood. You can't be screaming behind me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be doing that shit right here because the nigga in me brave through them things. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of shit. It'd be like, come on, man. Like, is this really this Holy Ghost shit for me sometimes? Be like, is it real?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm like, come on, like, can't we just enjoy the word and go home before 1 so I can watch the Vikings? Y'all get to run this shit all late. Like, y'all want to take a nigga money and run late? Y'all can't do both. Like, you can't take my bread and then I gotta get out of here at 1:15. I done missed the kickoff.
I used to go to Creflo Church in Atlanta, and he would goddamn go cut the joint short because the Falcons was coming on. He was like, I ain't lying, but Creflo was a crep ball. He told everybody he needed to get a new jet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he wild.
My nigga Kenneth Copeland said he can't be on regular planes because his spirits and shit around and he don't need to be around. People be getting possessed and shit, so he need a private plane. By the way, this dude has a commercial landing strip on his fucking property. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, he has a commercial landing strip. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who, Jordan?
Well, yeah. Uh-huh.
Jordan about to come on. Yeah, man. Like, I don't, like, listen, man. Like, I ain't want to knock nobody. Like, listen, man. I'd rather watch church on TV. Why they act like church on TV ain't the same as being actually in church?
It's the
Like,
same,
no,
but they can't get
you
your
gotta be
money.
there.
They can't get your money from on TV, bro.
Yeah, people like, no, you gotta really go. I'm like, nah, nigga, I watch church on Sundays, nigga.
They try to make you feel bad about putting the money in the collection plate.
I got shit to do.
Like, you already don't pay taxes. Get out of my face. Like,
I got shit to do right now, my guy. I ain't got it.
no.
How that song was, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. With George said he about to pop on. He about to come on.
Yeah.
I don't know where Cool at.
I ain't heard from him.
Nah. We talked about religion.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this Dame Dollar and Shaq shit,
I don't know.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
I don't know why Shaq shouldn't have said nothing.
Shaq is the thing you gotta respect about Shaq is thorough about Shaq is Shaq gonna be Shaq, no matter who it is. And it was dope here. His verse was the little dope verse. But Dame, once again, has proven that he ain't no joke on this rap shit.
And then
Dame
he
nice.
did that again.
I didn't hear the second one.
He did another joint, yeah.
I couldn't find it. All I know nigga said every time he get horny, a chick get a bag. Like, some shit he said about he was going in on Shaq crazy. And it's a lot of shit that niggas been letting Shaq get away with because Shaq do cut a check. And when Kobe said that old Kobe snitching, don't talk about me buying my wife something, but then you buy these loose chicks something. So for Shaq to say, oh yeah, Kobe $4 million on a ring, all Kobe said was, at least it's on my wife. Oh, Kobe snitching. Come on, man. Shaq be on. Shaq a little loose. We all know Shaq a little loose.
Wait. We not finna let Kobe off that easy. Now, Kobe did do some snitching.
Yo, if you got the nerve to listen, right? Let's say, I ain't gonna say me and all right, we familiar with each other, right? And you say some shit about me that's true, cool. But dog, don't get mad when I say some real shit about you. You get what I'm saying? Like, dog, you sat back here speaking on what I did for my wife. Like,
It's on SoundCloud, yo.
Huh?
It's on SoundCloud. I rest my case.
But the second one?
Yeah.
He done had to do, listen, the fact that people are acting like Shaq shit can fuck with his shit is insulting. Did Shaq shit fuck with his shit?
No. But people, so that it's that whole legacy thing, yo, that Shaq falls under, right? Shaq got a song with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal. There's a lot of people who don't have a song with Biggie who wish they had a song with Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't so many people who got a song with Biggie outside of Bad Boy. When you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Tracy Lee, Shaq, Jay-Z. Who else?
Did Too Short have a drink with him? No. The Brad had a drink with him.
Bone Thugs.
Yeah, Bone Thugs.
Yeah, man.
I think the Brad had a drink with him, though. I think the Brad had a drink with him.
I don't know, but not too many. You know?
Right.
So.
Right.
And, one athlete. If you would.
Yo, Shaq shot his shot, though. Like, Shaq is so entertaining, though. Like, even but Shaq a bully.
Correct.
The Dwight Howard shit, Shaq fucks with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard don't fuck with Shaq. But Dwight Howard's an easy target. So that's what Shaq does. So Shaq finds what? Let me say something. And Dame got his ass this time. Dame lit his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
Dame lit his ass clean up.
Hey, man, he could totally have a full-fledged rap career and lead his basketball shit behind.
I told niggas, dog, if you listen to this nigga album, that nigga album dope. Dame album is dope, dog.
Yeah, Dame can rap.
Dame album is dope. That nigga had bars all day for Shaq. Like, niggas who talk about, Shaq won, nigga, you don't listen to rap. Like, y'all just on Shaq, some people you just love because they, he is who he is, so you don't want Shaq to lose. But if you listen to rap music, that's Shaq and that Dame shit. Shaq was okay. Don't get me wrong, like Shaq did his thing, but Dame really rap. Dame sounded like a guy who really keep his pen is steady. As a guy who raps, who used to rap, I can understand that. When you really, I can remember a time in my life where I was writing 16 every day, or trying to at least start 16 every day. So when you can tell Dame is always writing, and Shaq just went and went to write something real quick, and it was cool and it was hot, but Dame really spanked Shaq ass.
Yeah,
real shit. Cool, what's up, Cool?
What's going on, baby?
What's up, bro?
My bad.
Good.
What up, Cool?
We talking Shaq and Dame. How you felt about that?
I
know how you felt, but
I think Dame lit into him, man. I'm not I mean, for me it just sound the best. You know what I'm saying? I was in general terms, like, so I don't know, Shaq sound like the unk. You know what I mean? He sound like OG, OG, and Dame just sound fresher to it or whatever. So
yeah,
my hat goes off Dame in that case.
But it's insulting when people like, all right, look, we gotta, let's say, like, because we love people, like, we love Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
We love Shaq for being who he is. And you okay, bro?
Me?
Yeah, I'm just making sure you're looking around. Make sure everything's cool with you.
I got shit to do, so there's stuff on my mind. You already know what I got going on. So
all right.
Yeah.
So we love Shaq. We love Shaq for being Shaq. But at the end of the day, Shaq, you got your ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. Dame, you can tell Dame Penn is always a go. And he made light work of Shaq, too. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect Shaq for jumping in his bag and, jumping out there.
He's
Shaq just going to be Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq
Right.
was supposed to do that. He was definitely supposed to do that, so he did. I mean, like, I'm not mad at what Shaq did. He just got his ass whipped, and it is what it is.
All right, real quick, because
let's keep it LA before you jump somewhere. Let's keep it LA.
All right, what's up?
The GM from the LA Sparks, Penny Tola, got fired.
Why?
Because she used the N-word when she was
hold up. Juice, hit the joint. Say it again?
I said she got fired for using the N-word when she was yelling at the team.
What?
Yeah.
That's what happened?
She said she didn't address anyone as the N-word, but she also didn't deny usage of the word. She said, I'm not saying that I couldn't have used it in context, but it wasn't directed at any of the players, right? It's unfortunate I used the word. I shouldn't. Nobody should, but like I said, I'm not here to defend word by word what I said. I know some of the words that I'm being accused of are embellished, that I give a speech that I hope would give my team going. Yes, I think the whole conversation has been taken out of context because when we lose, emotions are running high, and unfortunately, and obviously some people feel some type of way. Now.
Hold up. First of all, you got to answer this. Is she black?
Yes.
Okay, why was there there was a question?
What? No, I was reading something else simultaneously.
Okay.
All
right.
So yes, she is.
That's crazy.
Now, let's talk about the fact that, because there was some shit where, though, I'm not a big WNBA fan, but Derek Fisher ain't played the starters in the fourth quarter of a game where as though they was going to was elimination game. Are we familiar? I've heard such things. So when I read that, I kind of thought it had something to do with Derek Fisher and that whole situation. If you black and you say nigga, like, all right, let me ask y'all a question. Us four men sitting here right now. As far as team sports professionally, how often do you think the word nigga is used in the locker room?
Daily.
It's 2,000
times.
2,000
times an hour.
Right. They was trying to police it out of it's used often.
Y'all remember like Marshawn Lynch was walking around the joint with his radio blaring, you know what I'm saying, listening to Too Short and got their E40. They wasn't censored tracks. It's only like, go ahead.
Right, so why is it a problem in the WNBA? Like, this is what, okay, like, my whole twist is, if it's going to be equal, because that's what they want, right? I remember seeing something where as though every player in the WNBA salary didn't make more than a role player on either the Pelicans or I can't think of his name. He's like a power forward, small forward type guy. He made like $13 million a year. And they were saying that the whole WNBA, every player in the league, their rosters didn't even add up to his money. So if you want equal rights, it's like almost like the with the gay and lesbian stuff. It's like you want the rights, but then it's like y'all still super sensitive. Like when you want what comes with the equal rights of shit, that means like you gotta deal with the shit that you don't like or you gotta deal with being the butt of the joke and all that shit. Like you want the equal rights, but you can't take the shit that comes with like white comedians make black jokes. You get what I'm saying? But you can't make a gay and lesbian joke and it's a problem, but they want equal rights. That's what comes with equal rights, the bad shit too. It's like you want all the good shit that comes with equal rights, but not the bad shit.
Who told?
Am I...
Right.
That's a good one.
Who told? Who was offended? You know what I mean?
Who cared enough?
Right.
It's the WNBA.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like you want equal rights, but it's like that's what comes with it because in other sports, it's something that's always said is like, okay, like the gay and lesbian community, y'all are so sensitive, but you want equal rights. Equal rights it's bad stuff that come with it too. When you're a league of women who want the same rights as men, then you got to deal with the nigga or the stuff that's said that's not necessarily the most comfortable things. You get what I'm saying? It's like you want all the good shit. That's like with our kids, right? Our kids want all the good shit that comes with being older, but not the responsibility that comes with being older. You know what I mean? Like Bree wants all the shit. Oh, I'm this age, so daddy, I should get this, that, and the third. I'll be like, all right, cool. But there's responsibility that comes with being this age also. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to like the gay and lesbian community and like women, it's like black women. Like, it's like you want equal rights, but then it's bad shit with being equal and being vulnerable and being teased or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, let's talk about this though. Let's say this, okay? Let me go ahead and say it. Nigga. When I'm in a professional setting, unless it's around a group of guys I know it's okay with, I'm probably not saying nigga, even around black people. Because guess what? You got some black people who really want to be white too.
That's good.
So,
that's a good point, Juice.
So listen, rule of thumb, and I learned this in the Navy. Because I wanted to say it sometime when I got some rank and I was over people. I didn't say it. I abide by the guideline because what I learned was it keeps. If we talk a language in business that's consistent, we never get lines crossed. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens. Let's say I'm the shit at my job and I'm doing well, or let's say I'm the shit at my job and I'm not doing well. It's somebody else's fault. I'm not gonna give no reason to misconstrue what I'm saying or try to fire me or say I'm this, that, whatever. So you speak a language in business that's consistent. There should be no ill language. You shouldn't say cracker. You shouldn't say none of that. If you keep it like that, then you'll never have no problem. So why the fuck are you walking into any? First off, that's some nigga shit to just walk into a professional setting. If it's some professional shit and you just saying Stephen A. with your bitch ass, you just slipped up and said it a couple times, nigga. Sometimes he get on my nerves. He said that shit on live fucking TV, but we'll let you make it, Steve. But you know, you shouldn't be saying the shit. I don't think you should say the shit. I'm not against the word, but it's not. It's like if I got into a meeting and I know, cool, you know, maybe you can shed some more light on this too. Let's say I am your peer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? I'm the cat doctor. Anyways, so.
Yo, just
Hold up. But that's a good question though. Hold up. So like, cool, as a doctor, right? When you meet other black doctors, you still gotta. How do you like? There's though. You know what I mean? Like you be like, do you test to see where the waters is at?
Well,
like,
I was gonna finish this. I was gonna say a point. If I see him and we on that, I'm gonna use your lingo. If we on that type of time, I'll be like, "What's up, nigga? You gonna see?" You know. But if me and Cool get in front of another doctor, he might be a black dude. We don't know. We're like, "Hey, yeah, you know, we were around here," and because I don't know you yet.
It's cold. It's cold. I mean, first of all, the best professional slip up of the use of the word nigga happened with my man Booker T from the Harlem Heat.
Yo. Hey, Hulk Hogan. Yo, listen. Hold on. Where you going, Cool? Hold on, listen, right? That shit popped in my head, but I was like, I ain't gonna talk about wrestling shit though. That shit popped in my head though.
I was watching wrestling last night, bro. Don't get it twisted. I was definitely watching SmackDown Live.
I ain't seen SmackDown Live.
Oh,
I'm gonna get. I got the network.
But man, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Yo, that nigga said that on TV like,
he was like,
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Yeah. That shit is real.
That was the best.
So it's funny, right? At my last job, and I use the word last double entendre. You know what I'm saying? My last job.
Hold on, bro. Stop real quick.
Juice. Is it me? We all frozen. That's crazy.
Let it burn forever.
Yeah, we good?
Did you get all that? Did you get all that?
Get all what?
What I said about your shirt?
No.
Okay,
What
silent.
is it?
All right. I don't know if the world got that, but okay.
Oh, okay. It's
So
definitely done.
Yeah.
at your last job,
And you say you use the word last as a double entendre.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Right.
yeah. So my last job, right, I was the only male general manager. On top of that, I was the only black general manager, period. Right? And there was only 3 black managers, period, whether there was assistant manager or general manager, right? And guess who they worked with? Me, right? So all 3 of us were in the same location. So having a certain level of professionalism in all my all the people I work with, I hate to use the word employees, but all the people I work with were predominantly black or of, you know what I'm saying, minority descent. So carrying yourself a certain way around certain people is an absolute must, right? You know what I'm saying? Even though I wanted to be the nigga in there saying nigga a lot, you know what I'm saying? I use the word. And I was like, man, they're going to think I'm the angry black man and it's going to come out and, you know, I don't know if I could get into a heated argument or discussion where, you know what I'm saying, South Baltimore Cherry Hill Rail don't use it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's possible, right? But I haven't been taken there in a professional setting where I had to get real, you know what I'm saying, rah-rah with it. And then, you know, because it would just come out in my everyday vernacular.
you know what? I'm really bothered when I hear it in a wrong setting. Hold up, Juice, is that you? Yeah, I'm really bothered when I hear it in the wrong setting. Like, I could be like, you know, like if we not in that setting where though it's that secluded and we like, if it was us for somewhere, of course we could talk how we talk. But if it's like we in a restaurant and it's like, nigga, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a switch in a code. I mean, obviously, especially in a profession. To the point. No, I just don't indiscriminately and willy-nilly be saying nigga around no folks. I just don't. And the doctor analogy or question specifically is funnier because that's less of a group of people in any kind of way that I would even use it and say it. You know what I mean? And you don't really like. It's just because all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and it really is. You don't. You know, it is a professional thing on some level, and it really is. You don't want it to deteriorate to street lingo, even if it's a thread and a part of you. So it seems everybody involved in this podcast has that ability. I feel like, you know, to switch to switching on and off, and I think the use of the word nigga, whether you use it or not, is just a part of that. That ability to blend in a professional setting, lead people where that's not your base or whatever, and the opposite is true too. So no, I wouldn't. That's an excellent point you bring up. It seems like locker room environments are different, but by the same token, I can't speak to in that things would be more lenient. You know that word gets tossed around on a regular, daily basis. Not even regular, a daily. Hell, Richie Incognito was using the word, right? Am I off on that? Richie Incognito that got in trouble with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, he was doing that. That's what he was doing.
And he white. You know what I mean? So in locker rooms, it's different. But I'm not sure why when it came out in the form of this LA Sparks situation, I hate to laugh without really knowing, but like, she better be like, y'all niggas, something is sad. And then she got fired. I'm like, who is firing that lady? But maybe she, you know, somebody got offended. I don't know. It's hard to, or maybe it was an excuse. I feel like an excuse or something. You know.
the firer?
Yeah.
I want to say something real quick. Now, this podcast started with me and Rel, right? But I don't care, like, especially with this 4 and Jordan 2, but it's like, if one of y'all missing, it's like a different, like when Cool came on, it felt a whole lot more like
the energy turned up.
Right, like that real shit. Like we were sitting here talking, because, like, you see, bro, he's not even looking up for fucking 95% of the fucking episode. So it was really just me and Juice talking, and bro might give us a little something. So, like, it just, like, when Mike came on, it was like, you know what? Like, and it's crazy because, like, it did start with me and bro, but it's like, it ain't the same. Like, when Juice is not there, it's like, we could do it, and it still be hot, but it be like,
Yeah, Juice.
Juice. So it's like, it's been a long time since we ain't had Cool on for the intro and everything. It was like, Cool wasn't there, and I'm like, as soon as Cool came on, it was like, there you go. Not saying that it wasn't good with us three, but it was like, when Cool come on, just like,
It's a bona fide
Juice.
synergy. It's a bona fide synergy.
Yeah.
Right, definitely.
Jordan.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be on here with y'all tonight. I got shit to do tonight. Yeah, so where we at?
But
I wish Jordan was on.
Did y'all talk about did y'all hear about the Snoop Dogg in Kansas or something like that?
Yeah.
With the stripper, right?
Well, yeah, the stripper pole doing the show.
Right.
So to keep it out later, still staying on LA, like basically Kansas felt like they were forced to apologize for a Snoop Dogg presentation where he had stripper poles out there, and they said they were mad. Basically, they were mad that I don't know who the hell he was apologizing to. If they had Snoop Dogg at the thing performing, and I saw a clip that was posted on ESPN. If they could post a clip on the ESPN app, it probably wasn't that bad of a situation or scenario. It seemed, I guess it was late night, and they was mad he had a gun shooting like fake dollar bills in the air. It was ridiculous that they thought they would have to apologize for Snoop Dogg, who is so old and offended by Snoop Dogg that they was offended by Snoop Dogg. Anything you had to say, right? Snoop Dogg seemed like to be one of those people that would get a pass just about anywhere in the world these days. And by pass, he's ascended a level where he is a crossover without the negative connotation part, right? He's crossed over into mainstream without being a crossover, if that makes sense. So who the fuck is mad at a Snoop Dogg concert at a college campus where they was probably fucking after the concert? I don't understand.
Right.
Somebody who ain't getting no pussy.
But that goes back to what you said about somebody all these years later talking about, oh yeah, ain't nobody say nothing with Snoop snitch. I never heard, because you ever heard of Snoop snitching? Cool?
I never heard of Snoop snitching. I didn't really know what he was talking about.
Right, so it's like, come on, man. I might have been one of us.
No, go ahead, Nick.
Went to what?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, but it was like we was talking about like Marshawn Lynch. If you send your kid to a camp with Marshawn Lynch, right, you don't expect it to be no cussing. Like if you go to a Snoop Dogg concert, or you feel like when you bring Snoop Dogg in, it might be something. First of all, I'm pretty sure you have a blunt in the air. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like there's certain things you kind of expect from Snoop. Not saying that the pole and the chick on the pole was, what somebody expected.
It wasn't even raunchy though. That's what I'm saying.
But if you wanted to play it safe, like you might have wanted to go with.
But the girl on the pole was like Berlin looking burlesque stuff, not like a ratchet, not like Magic City. You know what I mean? It wasn't, because they showed it on ESPN. It's on ESPN app for like a minute and a half, a far away angle shot. If they could show it on the ESPN app, is what I'm saying. It's not like somebody was popping for real.
Right.
It was like the
right.
burlesque club.
But see, they don't understand. They don't know what a real strip club is like we do.
That's bullshit, though.
We don't know that's
kind of my point. Like, I'm just saying, I'm saying it's naive to think that these college, who is offended? The college kids? No. The people of generation again, they say, hey.
No, that's them old. That's them old motherfuckers.
Say, hey. So if we have an age, if we 40 plus, and people that's 50 plus can appreciate Snoop Dogg, what age didn't appreciate Snoop Dogg? And this ain't for they old ass anyway. That's what I'm saying. Snoop Dogg is an old act to be coming to a goddamn college campus these days, to be honest. If we want to keep it funky, so who?
I was more shocked at that. I was like, niggas still want Snoop Dogg to be at their college campus?
Right, yes. Snoop Dogg.
I can tell if it was UCLA or USC. The fuck is Kansas doing? Like, yo, Snoop get a pass on the teams he follow too. Like, if you hot, Snoop be fucking with everybody that's hot. He like Wayne was. Remember when Wayne would just fuck with everybody who got a chip?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Nah, I ain't feeling it.
I got a couple of questions to ask y'all, and I'm real interested in y'all thoughts on this. Who's more likely to have another hit? Lil Nas X or Blueface?
Lil Nas X.
Oh. I think Blueface.
That's actually a good. That's a good question.
I've been thinking about shit. It's a slow week. It's a slow week in entertainment.
That's a good question.
Had to come up with some shit cool. I had to fill this 2-hour obligation we gave the world.
Is Lil Nas X really gay? I mean, not that I care, but
I don't think so. I think he milking it because he just came out with something else where he talking about he was basically trying to pray it away when he was a teenager.
Somebody was like, "Where the music at?"
I think Blueface done too though. Like, I think Blueface done too.
Right, but he just came out though.
No, I think what's name fucked his money up. I think Tekashi fucked this shit up. Niggas was like, hold up. Stop bringing that little nigga around for a minute.
Right.
This shit feel familiar. This case feel like the shit we got going on.
Right. Like we say it. Like we, the podcast, say it.
Mm-hmm.
The prophetic podcast been said it.
Right. Okay, so who we saying? Lil Nas X or Blueface? I need an answer.
I'm going Blueface.
I'm going Lil Nas X.
That's hard.
Know what? If neither one of them do it, I wouldn't be shocked.
Right. Like it almost got to be a third choice.
Cause I mean, I feel like Blueface really ain't just got that one yet. Like he got hits, but I feel
What's
like
man? What about Fetty Wap? Like it feel like the Fetty Wap situation is like,
ooh, for Fetty, who was that?
Fetty, see?
That's a joke.
Fetty
right. He'll be on
clip in a year.
They gonna be on Love and Hip Hop real soon.
He was already on Love and Hip Hop last year.
Who Fetty Wap was?
Yeah, his baby mother on there. He was on there about to sign with Shotty and them. Oops, that ended.
That's a fact. She had Shotty on the show.
Yeah, she was signing Shotty in there. Yeah.
He was on TV.
I got another question for y'all. Is Ty Gurley ain't elite no more, right?
Who?
Ty Gurley.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Is he elite?
He ain't elite no more. Hey, bro, I hate that shirt.
Nah.
Ty Gurley, like, yo, they pay him too early. Like,
no,
yo, that nigga.
That's two different things. Now you arguing two different points.
No. I ain't mad at him getting his money, but if you the team, if I was playing my franchise mode on Madden, I'd have been mad if I gave him that bread and he played like this.
I mean,
like, I got a question. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Juice. I don't care.
No. Finish, bro.
No, I really don't give a fuck. It's Ravens all day.
Oh. I was finna ask, had you seen that shirt before, Nee?
Nah, I ain't never seen that shirt. You won't wear that shit around me.
I don't feel like y'all gonna flame my shirt today, yo. My shit fly.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, how did he determine that he hated it so fast?
I don't know. That shit just made me feel like I want to just smack the shit out raw. Like, that's my brother. Like, I want to put my hands on him just because.
He hate me. That's what it's about. It's not about this shit.
No, I'm mad. No, listen. I'm mad you still got that tag underneath the top of your fucking lid. Like, take that off. Like, why do niggas keep the tag on their shit, right?
I used to do that shit.
But then listen, when the shit get a little dusty, right? At least when it's dusty, your whole hat dusty. But when you got that tag and that tag finally falls off,
I don't have a problem you have because I'm never outside, so I don't have to worry about it being dusty. And it's a new hat, and it's gonna go back in the box.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I don't have a dusty hat problem, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got a dusty hat problem.
And my shoes is goddamn 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I just
nigga don't cross streets.
Yeah, I mean,
wrong with you?
Don't cross those.
Right? You don't live my life.
Don't worry about my sticker. You want me to take it off?
Guess what?
I'm gonna take
Don't
the stick
cross no
off.
motherfucking
I'm gonna
streets.
take the stick off for you. You see that? Now the stick is off. I just threw
He's
it
spending
on.
old. He's spending old money. That nigga spending old money.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tag.
And when they
That's tag.
guess what I'm gonna go do? Buy all of us one. Give a fuck.
See, he always got to make it look. Then he make himself the good guy at the end. I'm about to go buy all of us mansions. Now I got to feel like shit till next week. Now I got to feel like shit till next week because I talked about it in the first week. And I'm about to go buy you 10 hats and a hat case too. Now what?
I got a hat case from Brown actually.
See? I get my shit probably in the mail. No, he didn't know I needed it, or I would have had it already.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Listen. No, listen.
Well,
you
I
don't
got
understand.
6 of them right here, yo. True story. I'm looking at 6 hat boxes right now.
No, listen. Let me tell you about Rel. I love Rel so thorough. Rel get on my nerves because he's too thorough. Like he's just such a good friend. Like you ever had a motherfucker that's just too good a friend? Like why are you that fucking good of a friend? This is hard for me to keep up with the good shit you be doing. I don't got enough good shit in me.
It's all love. I told you, we're gonna hate each other. We're gonna be sitting around laughing like, is you crazy?
They don't even fucking know.
The furthest thing from the truth.
From the truth.
The furthest.
Hell yeah. I have a couple of, and I want to see your response to them.
Okay.
Nick Foles will never play another down starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Who?
Nick Foles. The young boy took that job. He gonna keep that job.
Fucking goddamn week, he find a way to say some Homer shit. Are we gonna address?
How is that Homer?
I can't hear nobody.
Address this right now. Every fucking week, you find a way to bring up some Philly shit or some Philly adjacent shit. Every fucking week, yo, it never fails. Why do we care about Jacksonville or Nick Foles? And why do I feel like we already had this conversation before? Are you kidding me? Fucking Nick Foles.
You know what? I ain't got time for this shit. All right, now let me find
Nick Foles last year, honey.
What?
Where was Nick Foles last year?
First of all, don't call me Hanif, motherfucker. Like, don't call me fucking Hanif. Like,
Hanif, Dante.
You don't ever call me Hanif.
Where was he at?
Right. Nigga, you right. He was with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not a Philadelphia Eagle fan. I like the Minnesota Vikings. We all know this.
Always say some Homer shit, though, yo. Never fails.
All right, you know what? Okay. You got that one. The Pelicans will make the playoffs in the West this year. Where's the Homer in that?
Facts.
They got a lot of pieces around there. And the Lakers looking real good in the preseason. I ain't gonna hold you. AD to LeBron, I'm watching it right now. It's looking real good. Just to throw it out there. I like that. I like that. You got on, sweetheart. Yeah, I ain't gonna be in this podcast too much longer tonight. I got shit to do. All right.
What?
I got shit to do tonight.
Yeah, I do too. I got some family in town. I'm gonna have to get out here about 10 minutes.
All right, shout out to my man Vaughn, Young Vaughn. Young Vaughn worked with us at the job. Young Vaughn says that Dame Dollars and Kyrie Irving is better than Steph Curry.
What? Avon.
He said that Davon Glover said that Dame Dollar and Kyrie Irving are better than Steph Curry.
Like together versus one, or
like a 2-on-1?
Yeah.
Nah, Davon was tripping. Then Davon told me that he takes D-Wade over Kobe. And I said this. When it comes to wing players, Mike, LeBron, and Kobe are on a different level than any wing player that you talk about. They're on another tier. Now, whoever you decide to say who's first, second, and third, D-Wade, AI, Allen, Dominique Wilkins, Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, they're on a lower level than those three are. That's how I feel about that. How y'all feel?
I have to agree, man.
What is it about people having trouble giving players their props? Like Steph Curry, we have seen him do things and get accolades that you haven't seen anybody else get. I mean, we already praised Dame for rapping, but I mean, him being better than Steph Curry on the court now. And I definitely agree with Kobe, LeBron, Michael. That sounds about right. I think niggas just be arguing, bro.
And recency bias play a big part in it. You like almost forget how good the person was because the other people might have played more recently, but like you can't. I don't know. Kobe ain't better than. I mean, D Wade ain't better than Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe you talking about efficient. Maybe you talking about different game, but Kobe could have adapted or did whatever. If you talk whether it be systems or whatever. In the end,
when you talk about Kobe, as much as you want to say if it wasn't for Shaq, you have to say if it wasn't for Shaq and other things where though he could have got off more, not playing with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of numbers wise. When you look at them stats, you got to understand that he averaged 28 points playing with Shaq. So imagine without Shaq being there, what Kobe could have did. I was watching the Knuckleheads podcast with Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, and Kobe said I had to get away from Shaq because people were trying to say that I wouldn't have been what I was without him. But at the end of the day, like it's times where though I was held back or not able to get off because of the big fella being down there. You know what I'm saying? So D Wade, like don't get me wrong, D Wade is great, but D Wade kind of go in that same group of AI, Tracy McGrady's, Vince Carter's, Kobe, Shaq, and LeBron. However you want to, count those three out. As far as whatever order you want to put them in, they sit in another
stratosphere. Yeah.
Right. As far as the guys, the next tier of guys that come after them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well, look, man. On that note, I gotta end this, man. I got some family in, so I gotta get to them. I'm getting off a little early, but I want to say I'm finna go get me some chicken, a strawberry soda, and I'm finna go work on this rap contract.
And Alexis, you need Alexis.
And it's Lexus.
Listen, hey, cool. Listen, cool. Go ahead. All right, Juice. We love you, Juice.
All right, love you,
bye, boy.
Hey, cool. This nigga said on Facebook, right? This nigga said, if you want a black, he was talking about like he said, all you gotta do is give a black nigga some chicken, a strawberry soda, Alexis, and a rap contract. He will stop any fucking movement. Like, this light skin privilege, like this shit is fucking crazy. Like, this nigga. First of all, I asked him like, what the fuck made you say strawberry soda? Like, who the fuck drinks strawberry soda? Like, I don't like. As a hood nigga, I was an orange soda nigga. Like, so I'm orange soda all day. Let me ask y'all on some hood shit. What's your soda? On some hood shit. Corner store, you grabbing the soda to go with your chicken box. Not a half and half though. We talking soda.
Today? Fanta pineapple. Back then, Suburban Almond Smash.
I used to like straight up Coke because my mom probably grew up drinking that back then. If it wasn't half, but I was a Coca-Cola guy, and I'd be lying nowadays. I sometimes I just have a taste for soda, but I ain't got nothing in particular.
Yeah, real shit. The first time I heard of a half and half was in Baltimore.
For real?
It's a Baltimore thing. Outside of the
right, like no doubt. Like now it's more of a thing where it's though.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a real thing. It's just called Arnold Palmer elsewhere, right?
But no, real shit though. Like now you see it a lot more different places. But before, like the first time, I'm like half and half. Like half iced tea, half lemonade. Like that was the first time I ever heard that shit was in Baltimore.
Yeah, and that's just what it was.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
They bottled the tea and called it Arnold Palmer after that, didn't they?
No, it's been Arnold Palmer the whole time.
I mean, they put it in the can and called it Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, they got it in the can called Arnold Palmer. Like,
when they say Arnold Palmer, are they talking about the golf ball?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in the WNBA finals?
Washington, and I want to say Connecticut.
You just happen to know that shit. Like, don't nobody care about the WNBA. Like,
Oh, I do.
ladies, go over.
I like to watch games that count. If you're not my team, like I watch baseball in the World Series because all that stuff counts.
So,
I'm not anti.
who's your WNBA team?
LA.
Yeah, me too. Since Lisa Leslie, I always rock with them.
I like Candace Parker. I like when Christy Tolliver was there. She played for Maryland. She now plays for.
But the best run the WNBA was the Houston Comets with Cheryl Swoops and them. I think that team, her, Tina Thompson, and Cheryl, was it Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, and Cheryl Swoops.
You already said that. She wasn't on that.
Yeah, they was the best. They was the best little combination as far as the WNBA. Like they little run with Houston was the Comets. They only got the Comets no more, huh?
I think it's tied up too, 1-1.
Mhm.
I was watching the other night.
Yeah, I haven't watched period, but no matter of fact, I have. Well, cool.
Did y'all hear that the guy that testified in the Botham Jeans?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the main guy that saw her got shot and killed in Dallas.
Yeah, we seen that. Hey, yo, have y'all seen this? How this vaping thing is now like everybody, motherfuckers dying from vaping and all that shit, and it's being a big deal.
You know what it was? It's a black market for vapes and vape pens or the cartridges that they talk about, and it's really sad because you kind of fucking it up. Like it's basically they sell these used containers. I mean, not used, these blank containers, and people on the streets are apparently filling it with whatever the hell they filling it with, and that's what's getting people sick. And that shit crazy, man. Like that they even kind of adult for things to be changed into a legal way, and it's almost like you want like some hustlers to be self-righteous and just flip it and figure out how to get your hold in the legal game. They just putting anything in these pens in the black market pens and then putting them in pre-packages, so you could buy the packaging for pennies on the dollar, they say, and put whatever the hell you want to put in there, and it's not real weed, or it's not coming from, or it's not regulated. So I don't know. That shit just wild to me how people kind of messing up the game like that.
Right, you fucking up the street market and shit.
Yeah.
To the point where as far as we just gonna go to people who do like the oil pen type situation, we just gonna go to a place where we know we don't gotta deal with that kind of situation. Whereas if you somebody out there hustling, it's a dead market for you because of these type of situations where people are getting hurt, and so people who do vape or do the pens have to go to a place where we know, all right, something happened to me, they're accountable. You get what I'm saying? Like it can be a lawsuit. You can't do no lawsuit or no shit against some motherfucker on the corner selling you some shit or a motherfucker you come across on Instagram. You get what I'm saying? So you really just fuck. Like, at the end of the day, if you're really in it for the long haul, you fucking up the market for yourself, because it's gonna be to the point where the niggas who on the street with it not gonna be able to sell it. Because why would I buy from? That's like buying liquor from you when I can go to the liquor store and know it's official and know what's in that bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit crazy though. But I mean, when you start, because I'm a guy who likes I like the oils and stuff like that. I prefer that over, anything else right now. But so, it's like now all of a sudden we got this little situation. It's becoming more available. Now you got to be careful of it. It's like, damn, like this shit just really got here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, messing up the game.
Right, like, you know what I mean? So like when the shit open up and they got the spots we can go to, what I like buying from you, and I can go to a spot where I know for a fact I ain't got to worry about those kind of problems. So I got anything else on my cool, you heard that Dame Dollar Shaq shit? How you feel about it?
Yeah, we talked about it.
You already talked
Oh,
about
yo,
it.
you on it. Oh, let's talk about the person. Yo, I had a couple drinks. I had a drink. Yeah. Don't judge me, brother. The Percy Harvin high before every game shit.
Yes.
Now we done had Calvin Johnson come out and say What Calvin Johnson say?
That he smoked every day too. For his
So
concussions
Calvin
and all that.
Johnson, who's guaranteed, is he first ballot Hall of Famer? I can recall I can recall my brother Jordan saying that AB was top 3 all time, whereas though I feel like Calvin Johnson got something to say about that.
Calvin Johnson was definitely head and shoulders the best wide receiver, you know, for an extended period of time during his period in the league. Hold on.
I remember when Calvin said, at the combine, Calvin was like, I'm not gonna run. And they dared him to run, and he borrowed somebody else's cleats and and took off. At the combine and somebody else's cleats. He wasn't even ready to run the 40. Shit was insane, man. Calvin was the man. Hands down.
Yeah. And he's another guy whose career was shortened by the tragedy of being in Detroit.
Yeah. Politics.
Right, Detroit cut Barry Sanders short. Calvin Johnson kind of the same way too. With probably like top 5 running backs, top 5 receivers in NFL history. The fact that they spent their careers in Detroit with quarterbacks and offensive lines and situations that weren't the best. Like you put Barry Sanders behind that Dallas offensive line, or you put Calvin Johnson in. Where's the where receiver got off for the strong quarterback? Pittsburgh or some shit like that.
So basically, I mean, you know, to speak specifically to this point, Calvin Johnson said he smoked weed after every game. He also mentioned about how he had several concussions throughout this time. Percy Harvin said he smoked weed before every game. That he went to the Mayo Clinic and was given 7 different medications for things like anxiety and whatever else, but instead kind of chose to smoke weed. Calvin Johnson is now legally in the medical cannabis business. Eugene Monroe, the former left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, shortly there after his retirement, he played a couple years. He came from out of Carolina, I want to say. Wrote an op-ed in the Baltimore Sun that spoke about his cannabis use, his extensive cannabis use, how he would use it even to work out and things like that. I mean, a lot. If you go back and listen to that article, he smoked a hell of a lot. It seemed like, you know, from a maintain standpoint. I actually, ironically enough, I mean, just from a proximity standpoint, he used to work out Eugene Monroe at the Brick Bodies in Reisterstown. Mm-hmm. And so I used to see him often because we used to belong to that gym after he retired. So I used to want to go up to him so bad because when you talk about cannabis and its use, never mind the idea that some people just think, I think that's different than the understanding and how people are coming around to the understanding about the use of marijuana in recovery for things like anxiety, for things like sleep regulation, for things like appetite and pain. It is part of the endocannabinoid system that's all within us. It binds to those receptors that regulate these things. So even though it seems like niggas just want to smoke weed, the reality is it really has medicinal properties that athletes obviously understand, have been handcuffed and afraid to say before, can now even speak more freely in recent retirement or new retirement. You're not going to get an active player to come out and say it. Steve Kerr mentioned, you know, smoking weed for his back pain and things like that. When you are facing an opioid crisis, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous, right? I'm not even gonna get into that. But to still test for marijuana, to not understand that people are using it as a benefit, an anti-inflammatory agent to help maybe the brain swelling from concussions. This is a bigger, a really, really big deal. Percy Harvin's hand was great. I think the higher ups, these people like Calvin Johnson and all that, because Percy Harvin was a blazer and a good person, too, in his prime. That is, instead of medicines and all, they need to get a real hard look. I think they need to give a real hard pass. For them to say they just care about health, I think it's kind of bogus when you still can suspend people or whatever for using weed, using cannabis.
Yeah.
Man, the fact of the matter is, man, listen, when you see how this stuff is, this medicine, like I said, man, if you watch some of the commercials that be on TV and they be having these medicines that fix one thing but fuck up 10 other things, and they got a motherfucker in the park throwing a frisbee to his dog, and if you listen to what's going on instead of looking at the picture and it sound all good with him and his dog and all that, and you hear how these medicines they got going to fix one thing but fuck up 10 other things,
The
and then we
side
talk about
effects are worse than what you're trying to fix. Like, yo, to get rid of your headaches, you might have a fatal blood aneurysm in your brain by taking this medicine. Nigga, I said I had a headache. I didn't say I wanted to die. You know what I'm saying?
But if I smoke a blunt, all that shit will be cured. The whole fact of the matter is, like I said, they didn't have it figured out, and they still probably don't, of how we can benefit off of this thing. Like, end of the day, like, it's not about the fact that marijuana never hurt nobody. We ain't never heard nobody kill nobody house marijuana. We ain't never, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have the negative effects of marijuana are limited.
Felony drug off of some bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a legend has it that, you know what I'm saying, it became illegal because it said it made white women want to have sex with black men. Like, that's what's out there.
Hold up, stop, bro. It became what?
I said it became illegal.
Became what, bro?
I said legend has it became illegal because it made white women want to have sex with black men.
Oh, wow. So we talking about back in Malcolm X day. Speaking of Malcolm X, if y'all ain't on that fucking Godfather fucking Harlem shit, y'all need to get y'all fucking lives together. That shit go hard.
I ain't seen it.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. It's one of them joints. But just on that type of time. But yeah, man, end of the day, they haven't found a way to benefit to make their pockets richer. Well, I mean, you know they're working on it, and it's going to happen. We all see it. That's where everything's going. But come on, man, all these medicines that's fucking motherfuckers up and fucking their brains up. We got Junior Seau and all this kind of shit, and these motherfuckers saying a little L, a little blunt, a little.
I read another article about that too, yo. That some neurologist test the brains of 111 deceased NFL players, and 110 of them had CTE.
That's crazy.
Right, and that shit out here really killing motherfuckers.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, that's swelling and all that kind of stuff. And so if you're talking about a use of an anti-inflammatory, right, in marijuana, right, and Calvin Johnson brain gets crashed around ear concussion, Percy Harvin had concussions, had migraine, had anxiety before every game. You got something that can control those things, but you fail to use it, and or allow that as one of the modalities that allows them to recover. I think it's absolutely insane. It's a shame. They're trying to get ahead of it, but it's happening so fast because regular people have gleaned benefits from this. John Boehner, former Speaker of the House, the one that used to cry when Obama was in office, has XM radio commercials that now tout the ability to invest in cannabis, like in the stock market and shit. You know, this is a dude that, you know, at some point villainized people and had to do a flip. You got the guy on CNN, Dr. Zarid or whatever his name is, came around and did a flip on cannabis, cannabis use. Dr. Oz, these dudes are doing flips because the anecdotal evidence is in. It doesn't cause deaths. It should not be scheduled like a Schedule I drug. It is not the same as dope or LSD or any other kind of strong dope, the way that the federal government classified it. The majority of the United States wants it legalized. They just have been unable or unwilling or whatever you want to say because they know it's bullshit. Somebody just got arrested and it was like for some marijuana possession. I said, we still doing this somewhere in America? You know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Same.
Stop that shit. All right, before we go real quick, R.I.P. to Ox from Belly, Louis
Lennox.
Rankins. I heard he was also in Shotters. I never watched Shotters.
Me either.
But rest in peace to Ox. You come to me with this bullshit.
You want bum one rumble?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he killed that shit. He killed Ox from Belly. I wanted crib like the boy Ox off Belly. I did that in the first one time. So rest in peace to Ox off Belly. All right, so I got shit to do tonight. I'm faded, man. I'm fucked up. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 64. Shout out to Jordan who couldn't make it in. Shout out to Juice for coming and doing this thing and having to leave. Shout out to Cool for zipping in. We got to zip in. Shout out for Rel for being here for the whole time, every episode. Have you missed the episode, Rel?
How? I hit record.
And we the two motherfuckers that's in every episode.
Because I'm an engineer. I can't miss that.
Yo, I want to see y'all do an episode without me. Like, y'all niggas, somebody come up with the time and niggas go freestyle that shit. Yeah, so,
it really just be a conversation.
Right. No, listen, those be the best episodes, real shit. The less you got to go to the pad, the better the episode. I ain't gonna hold you.
Facts.
Even though we went to the pad heavy, I feel like this is a good one, though. So this is Brothers Talking Shit. Yeah. We on Facebook to my name, but it's still Brothers Talking Podcast underneath. That's the whole situation we talk about, but I don't know what's going on. But they told me I can't just name it Brothers Talking as far as the page, not the like page, the talking. I couldn't do that, though. Yeah. You look at it now, it is Honey Wilkins Castle, but then underneath it say Brothers Talking Podcast.
That's why they corny.
But we Brothers Talking on Twitter, which is getting a lot of love. So if you're on Twitter, come fuck with us, come repost it, show us love. Instagram, we everywhere. I am the Flush Man. That's Cool Mike. That's Iceberg. Shout out to Juice. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Juice because Juice whooping our ass in the football pool. That nigga came in, he had like 2 games. Rel and JB at the bottom. Hey, Cool, you took a lot of picks this week, boy. Either you gonna have a hell of a week, and you gonna be winning this shit by the end of the week, or you gonna be down like 5 games.
I was fence swinging.
You picked some games. I was like, God damn. Mike is like, fuck this. I'm all in. I'm all out. He going for the crown this week. But this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 64. I can't wait till it's episode 564. But I love y'all.
Facts.
Matter of fact, hey, go ahead, hit the button. I gotta put something out the cool real quick.